My 38 male, wife, 41F, went on secret coffee dates. I never thought I would be the kind of husband to check my wife's messages, but what I found on her screen changed everything. My wife is 41 and I am 37. The other day she left her computer open with her LinkedIn messages visible. Call me a bad husband if you want, but I saw the name of a guy who had asked her out about 4 years ago, back before we were married. Curiosity got the better of me, so I clicked on the thread. It turned out he had asked her out for coffee last week, and she had blindly said yes. They both work in the same sector downtown, but there was no business premise behind the message at all. Not only that, but my wife chose the meeting spot herself, and it was very far from both of our offices. We usually share every detail of our days with each other, but she completely failed to mention this meeting the day it happened. She had stayed at that cafe for over 3 hours. I found myself genuinely concerned about her blindly agreeing to coffee with a man who'd previously expressed a romantic interest in her. I did not know how to handle it. Then I decided to provide an update. I knew the guy she had coffee with was black. We only know one other mutual friend downtown who has a darker skin tone, a guy named Frank. I decided to test her, so I asked her, I forgot to ask, did you have coffee with Frank this week? I was fictionally referencing a friend who I claimed had seen her there. She paused, pondered, and said no. I then mentioned that I thought it might have been Frank because of his skin tone. At that point, she finally mentioned that she had actually gone for coffee with the guy in question. She then went on a long ramble about what they talked about regarding work. Apparently, he is working on a doctorate and wants to use her company as a case study. I finally asked her the big question. Isn't that the guy who asked you out years ago? She acted surprised, pondered for a moment, and said, I didn't even think of that. He was. There was no further commentary from her. I just cannot wrap my head around her supposedly forgetting that he had asked her out in the past. Combined with her agreeing to the coffee date without any real context, I am feeling mentally very low.